Because what is it? The youth. Except a man who doesn't have any jealousy. He doesn't care how she dresses, where she goes, who she talks to, where, she wears full makeup and doesn't wear the hijab, doesn't wear the khimar, and she's out there. How do you advise those who are jealous over their wives whilst in public? It's healthy to be jealous for your wife, as long as it does not transgress the bounds of Allah. You don't accuse her. So certain people who are demented really in their brain, their wife's a good wife, she doesn't look at other men. He goes home, I saw you looking at that man. She said, Wallahi, I didn't look. For me, how are you even accusing your wife of something like that? So, transgressing the bounds in any affair is not permitted in the Sharia. Keep within, your jealousy should be within bounds. You don't start accusing your husband. You don't start accusing your wife. The man's not looking at anything. I saw they were beautiful women. I know you were looking at them. Oh, Wallah, I wasn't looking at them. Allah told me to lower my gaze. I'm lowering my gaze. No, I know you were looking. How do you know? I just know you. That's ghulu. You are transgressing the bounds, my sister. And you, if the husband is saying that to his wife, you're saying that to the woman who's your honor. How are you accusing your wife of that? So we have to be careful, barakallahu feekum. Jealousy is good, it's healthy, because it protects her, and you have this sense of protection. That's why women feel protected. That's why women, naturally, they incline towards what? If there's a woman, she doesn't want to marry a man who's shorter than her, predominantly. Because women normally incline towards, so if she's short, she'll marry a man who's just 2-3 inches taller than her. Has to be a little bit bigger than her. Because that's what women, that's what they get attracted with. That's what they, gravitate towards. Someone who's stronger, someone who can provide for them, someone who can look after them, someone who's going to be jealous for them. Because what is it? The youth. Except a man who doesn't have any jealousy. He doesn't care how she dresses, where she goes, who she talks to, where, she wears full makeup and doesn't wear the hijab, doesn't wear the khimar, and she's out there. He says, it's all right, love you. Free country, That's it, the youth. That's the one who has no jealousy for his women. So Islam and our nature as men. If someone looks at your daughter, someone looks at your mother, someone looks at your wife, astaghfirullah, Allah guide him. A'udhu billah. That's how you feel naturally. Of course, we're not going to go to the extent someone looks at your wife and I'm going to go and beat him up. No, if he's a Muslim, you can advise him, Ya akhi, lower your gaze, akhi. No harm. As a brother, you say, lower your gaze. When the man came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said, Ya Rasulullah, allow me to fornicate. So the Prophet ﷺ did not become angry with him and severe with him. He said, come here. And he took him into seclusion. Would you like someone to fornicate with your mother? He said, no, Ya Rasulullah. He said, others don't like that their mothers be fornicated. And he went through and you know the narration. So the affair is, yes, we are jealous of our daughters. We are jealous of our wives. We are jealous of our sisters, even of our own mothers. We are jealous because that is a natural, innate issue of fitrah that Allah has instilled inside of men. But modern times, of course, that fitrah has been corrupted. That's why you find men who don't really care. They're the youth. The youth is the one who doesn't care who looks at his missus, who looks at his daughter, who looks at his mother, who looks at his sister. So be jealous for your women folk, but not ghulu. Don't transgress the bounds, make false accusations against others or against your wife within the boundary of Islam, so she feels comfortable and protected and secure around her husband. She says, MashaAllah, I married the right man here. He cares about me. Right? And there's things, when I was growing up, just as a side point, as I was growing up, in the 70s and 80s, and I was always told, if you're walking with anyone from your family, like your sister or your mother, you walk on the outside closest to the road, and she walks on the inside closest to the houses or the wall. Why? Because there are cars coming down or people on bikes or whatever. So if there is something that happens, you are in the firing line and not your women folk.